lot of people talking about how quote-unquote ratty Rebirth Island has been recently, and a lot of people are saying because of the caldera changes, it's a little bit less popular, and those people are gravitating over to Rebirth Island. And I think that's part of the issue, but the other part I think is the health change to only caldera and not Rebirth. Generally, the higher the TTK because of the health, it's gonna go ahead and favor better players, people that can aim, people that can shoot straight, and not necessarily the average to below average players that play a little bit more passive because they're kind of at their skill ceiling or don't have any interest in improving. So because of that, they don't like that, so they're starting to play over here, and I think that's pretty logical. And there's a big difference. A lot of times people justify and say, hey, well, they're playing as a team, you're rushing solo. Yeah, I think it's kind of dumb playstyle to rush solo, but it is a playstyle. Just like ratting it up, playing like a team is definitely different than ratting too, because I think you can play strategic without literally holding hands as you move around the map. So they have Diamati off the rip. His teammates fighting. Obviously, we don't hear any comms. He could have plated before he pushes this. He didn't really take an angle to help out his team. The guy was on the outside. The guy's up top. There's another guy there. There's two. His teammate's dying. He finally got the plate in. His teammate's going to go help out, which luckily he has the Diamati. But this guy needs to help out. It's a 2v1 situation or a 2v2, and he's kind of in a bad spot. He is totally clueless. All his teammates are going to die. He will get a chance to self... Oh, my God. Yeah, you want to shoot your Diamati. That's kind of like rule number one. And then you melee if you're out of ammo, but that was 100% not the strategy. There's been a lot of console issues where maybe the game doesn't render, or if you're on PS5, you have to reset the game every so often so that your graphics work properly. Even for Rebirth Island, I play with multiple people on console, primarily on PS5, and they just don't run into the same issues. Obviously, they're trying to wait for everyone to come back. Free loadouts in a minute. And Xbox still seems to be some of the issues. I've heard a couple people say, hey, you know what? You delete it, reinstall it, fresh install, game works perfectly. And other people say that doesn't work. So I don't know what to believe because I don't play on Xbox. So he comes back to the scene of the crime, ends up shooting this guy. Nice. There's still another one. He would have gotten the pulse on the mini-map showing where the people are. And I think a lot of people just don't take advantage of that, especially if I was playing this just to win, which I think most people are, and not going for high kills. As soon as you get a kill, now you're in a 3v2 situation. You should technically full press that duo or that solo and wipe them out of the game. Don't let them come back, especially if you feel like they're particularly sweaty. That's the route you should go. And I think people are still getting accustomed to how to play Rebirth, because for the first year of Rebirth, they did not touch it because they were on Verdansk. Now that Verdansk is gone, they're like, I'll try something. I don't really like Caldera. Cool. More power to you. The guy on the right, obviously FOV probably helped me in that scenario. You could hear the guy on the right too. He just walked right by you. He's behind you. Now there's another one. He's right in front of you behind the pillar. And he ended up getting gunned. Like I said, he was at the edge of my screen, so that's maybe a point where it would have helped. But even if you had some earbuds, probably would have heard that guy. So now we got another squad here. They all have about, what is this, 2 kills each. We're loading over. And they are buddies, it looks like. And that's one of the biggest differences. What makes Rebirth Island so easy if you play in a full party is I've played this for multiple hours, solo fill. And 99% of the time, what ends up happening is you get 2, 3 people, whoever, how many people, they do not know how to shoot. They don't know how to navigate around the map. They don't know how to drop their weapons. They're total newbie, and that's okay. They're just super casual. They play the game not regularly. Oh, there's the up top. They should be able to beam them. As soon as they die, they leave the match. They're AFK. So in reality, even if you go into a full party of quads, like if there's 7 teams, in reality, probably like 4 of those teams are chalked. They're like throwaway teams. So you're really only dealing with 3 teams. And that's what makes Rebirth so easy. Because literally, you're going against positions where it's not fair. Because most people don't play in parties. They just don't have enough friends that can coordinate schedules. Maybe they stop playing the game. Maybe they're playing something else. Or they only play for the 2 hours after work. So it gets pretty interesting. These guys are locking down this building, which kind of sucks because obviously if you're going to go over to Harbor, what I would do is try to rotate over here and try and get Cam to overlook this area. So if people are going to come over from prison, if you're actually trying to win, these people are just kind of holding it down It does look like they got their loadout guns. This guy needs to reload his 26 round mag and the 60 round mag there. But he's just sitting on that. None of the teammates look like they, oh, he needs one plate. Okay, they don't really need plates, but the guy only has one plate there. And then they're going to work their way up top and own this building, which there's not a lot of value in this building because there's so many different angles. That's why I would rotate to the other one, get a little bit of the high ground. You can look over harbor, and then you can kind of rotate out of there. You can see there is a team there, so you would have to go against them. But if you're fighting for a power position, that's the power position you want to get. Top prison would be cool, but a lot of these people are going to rotate, so there's going to be a lot of fighting there. And it kind of just depends on where your skill level is. This guy has 6 kills. Could he be good? I don't know. Rebirth is very inconsistent. You can get 15 kills and not be that good, or you can get like 6 and you could still be really good. It just depends on where you pushed gunfights, the zone, did you get your loadout? Because you can get so many people coming back for their loadout, trying to get their guns. And I think it's an interesting dynamic. Obviously, they're going to have the Godzilla event with Kong pretty soon. The meta, for the most part, is pretty good. I think overall, there's a couple outliers like the Owen gun, MP40. But outside of that, I mean, you're pretty open, close range. He's going to get another loadout. You guys got 3 loadouts on the map. The other one despawned. Again, they're going to get Ghost, most likely. I feel like they're going to be campy and get Ghost. Fire sale popped out, so they could get self-revives. We'll see if they push that route, what he's going to get. And he's looking, thinking, and he got Ghost. I never, like personally, I never get my second loadout on Rebirth. I usually leave that as a regain opportunity. Because if you die, you want to be able to fly back in and get it if you choose to waste a second loadout. But like in this case, they've already gotten a third loadout. So we'll kind of see what happens here, how they rotate out. They haven't really gained a lot of knowledge, which this is one of the problems I've seen with a lot of people. They'll say, oh, they're playing like a team. These people definitely are playing like a team, but it's not very strategic. He's rocking his M13, which is okay in the current meta on Rebirth. But when we come up, this isn't the route necessarily I would take. Like I said, I would have gone underneath, and then I would have owned that chemical engineering.
You've made it to the top 10.
And I would have pushed from that end. These guys have the low ground, so this is probably the worst possible angle you want to take. Somebody did pop on the heartbeat. He's going to be able to call that out. You can see he's getting pushed from the end. The guy looks like he threw something. There's 2 of them. And he got him. Nice. Team shooting. The other team is going to pull off the res. He's going to go push aggressively on this. It's not reloaded. He should be able to get the kill here. And he's kind of screwed. He needs to get the reload. There it is. There's one more. Where's the guy behind it? I would probably rotate back around. The respawn's still happening. The guy's on the railing there. He was on the little ledge. He's right there. Your teammate knows where he's at probably. He's peeking at him, fighting him. And there he's going to be dead and thirsted. 25 seconds. Kind of a weird angle. Like I said, you don't get a lot of room to work with. His teammate's going to die in the gas. This is where you have to bleed out. Make sure you get a respawn. So that's going to be like a 38-second respawn or something. If you get some chests, you complete some contracts, you're going to be good to go. So this one, I personally don't think the oh, they were waiting for him. His teammate will probably be able to get him, though. They might push. They might not. It's hard to say. They're pushing. You're dead. Both of you are dead. And that's kind of how it goes. You had to be ready for the audio cue. And that guy pushed you solo. He has 9 kills, and this is a 3v3. Very fast match, and look at where the power position is. You would have went to Harbor. You could have actually watched over Cam and then rotated through Harbor, jumped on top of this building, been on the roof, had an angle over to prison, and be able to catch all these guys rotating because the guy over there is a solo. But that's the mistakes people make when they play Rebirth, is they just don't know how to play it, I guess. Just like we've seen with Caldera, people just make terrible decisions because obviously those guys were playing for a win. They weren't aggressive for kills. They just chose to rotate on this side of the map instead of the left, which would have been the better positioning. Nice little snipe there. So it's a 2v2 situation. This guy does have the high ground. They are looking, though both of those guys do have to rotate out. So it kind of leaves this area clear. He's like, where's that? The tree's blocking a lot of it. This teammate dies. He's going to hold the angle. He might be able to hit a buy station. That could be the strat. I would have jumped maybe down over here. Hit the buy station. Got a double res off. Or he could hit the buy over here if he moves fast. Oh, no, 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 no. Look at his teammates there. Oh, no. He is so bad spot. He got smoked. And that's what happens with the Diamati. GG's. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Appreciate all the support. Thank you for watching as always. Have a great day.